All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Hope everyone's having an awesome day so far. Today, I'm actually going to be going over my top 5 ski resorts for the 2022-2023 season. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. This ski season has been absolutely epic and one that I'll remember for many, many seasons to come. It was such a surprise and a relief to see how much snow that the western states here in the US got compared to recent seasons. Although they were really fun, the snow quality just wasn't what many of us were hoping for in respect to like early season snowpack and overall quality of storm surges. However, this season has completely changed all that, and even in the last few weeks, we've seen places like Mammoth Mountain out in California having to be completely shut down due to having too much snow. But enough of the chit chat, let's get right into it and go over my top 5 ski resorts of the season. At number 5, we have a resort that I don't think many of you would actually have on your list, but honestly, this is a place that has grown on me so much in the past few years for its unique and mixed terrain. It is well known to be the place where all of Utah goes to learn and ski. I'm talking about none other than Brighton Ski Resort. Nestled in Utah's Big Cottonwood Canyon, Brighton sits just east of its bigger brother resort, Solitude. Now, although Solitude has a larger footprint in terms of skiable acres, I feel like Brighton just flows so much better. And I think the tree runs that are at Brighton are some of my favorite in Utah and maybe anywhere I've skied in the world. The days we rode at Brighton this year were also amazing because of the snow quality we had. This is a place that I truly look forward to riding each and every year now, and I hope to be here many, many more years to come. For the 4th pick in this list, I'm actually going to be including all the resorts in one because of basically just a giant trip that my wife and I took in Italy just a few weeks prior. Now, although Italy and Europe in general didn't have an amazing season snow-wise, it was still safe to say that traveling to Europe once again with my wife and her parents made this trip worth it 10 times over. We skied for 5 days in the Dolomites from Cortina d'Ampezzo to Pozzo di Fassa, and with over 100 miles covered in those 5 days in Italy, it's safe to say that Italy and Europe in general continue to surprise Savannah and I each and every time we go and visit. So we basically just had a blast cruising down these massive slopes and then looking out to see some of the most amazing mountain views either one of us had ever seen. Plus, isn't Europe supposed to be more about the après ski than the actual ski? One of the world's longest running mysteries. Number 3 on the list is probably one of the most popular ski resorts basically in the entire state of Colorado and maybe even the US. I'm talking about Winter Park. After the initial early season snow that we had, the Mary Jane side of the resort opened up and it really had some amazing early season skiing going on. None of which Colorado has really seen in the past years. It was basically the starting point for what was going to be an amazing season because for how good the snow was there that early on, it just made it seem like the rest of the season had to be one of the best that any of us had seen. So Winter Park, probably one of my favorites out here in Colorado, and I don't think that'll be changing anytime soon. Now, the number 2 pick on this list is basically my no-brainer resort because it is my all-time favorite resort here in Colorado. And if you guys know the channel, you know, but for those of you that don't, I'm talking about Copper Mountain. Copper Mountain just has so much to offer, and it is a place that I love to ski in the winter more than anywhere else. And just like I was saying before, since the snow quality was so good so early, it basically made riding in the Spalding Bowl, Copper Bowl, and even riding off of Three Bears possible. And since we were able to ride those areas so much earlier in the season, I feel like it was a great way to kind of explore new terrain and just kind of do more and more laps in the areas that you love to do that maybe you would only be able to do in January, February, March, or like later season skiing. But since it was so early on, I felt like there were people making tracks in places that I'd never even seen in like March. So the snow quality again just helped everybody out, and Copper being what it is, I mean, this mountain is never gonna not be on my top 5 list. I absolutely love this ski resort. It has so much to offer, and I think it is one of the most underrated resorts out here in Colorado and basically anywhere for that matter. But surprisingly, this is actually not going to be my number 1 pick of the season. This is the first year that Copper does not take that number 1 spot. Sorry, Copper. And my number 1 pick this year for resorts to ride was one that left a lot of people walking away with smiles. The putter days that we all got here seemed like some of the best that any of us had ridden in such a long time. The number 1 pick goes to Snowbird. I visited Snowbird 3 days this year, and every time I went back, the quality of days got better and better. One day skiing there, we had received so much snow overnight that when I was riding in the middle of a groomed run of all places, I put my ski pole down and just saw how deep the snow actually was. And when I put down my ski pole, it was completely buried. Snowbird is and should be at the top of everyone's wish list. It's one of the most beautiful ski resorts I've skied as far as scenery and mountain views go. Also, you'll see a bunch of badass skiers and snowboarders alike there because I feel like the terrain is so difficult that it brings out the best riders in the entire country. And there we have it. That's our top 5 ski resorts of the 2022-2023 season. I would love to hear from all of you, whether I left out one of your favorite ski resorts or one that I should have definitely mentioned in this list. Again, this list just kind of reflects the resorts that I rode at this year and not particularly the ones that had the best snow quality overall. But either way, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe or even consider pushing that like button for me. I know it would really help out a lot. Either way, I'm just excited and happy that you were all here enjoying the video. So I just want to thank you all so much again for watching. Hope to see you oot in a boot. We'll see you guys in the next one.